What's up, everybody? We are here for another weekly challenge with the robots. And we're playing a non-best hand imps tournament this time. So we are not going to be given the best hand. As you can see, we have a 9 count. It's gone past us on this first board. So we're going to see, more realistic bridge situations here. And hopefully we'll come out ahead at the end, but I guess we'll find out as we continue here. So let's jump in and notice that we are in third chair. And usually this is a chair that we want to be aggressive with our opening bids. However, we don't want to be crazy either. So this is a 9 count that is flat, basically. So there's no bid we're really going to make that's going to interfere too greatly with them. But also there's really no reason we would want to get in here with this sort of hand anyway. I might get in sometimes and open at the 1 level with a 9 count, but I'll tell you this, folks. It'll be when I have a good major suit to open. And that's because I play jury in that situation, have a little bit of insurance. And if I'm going to open light, I want a good reason to do so. And I just don't have one here. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to hope it doesn't get passed out, actually. This is a hand that frequently could happen that way. But good, yeah. With a non-best hand situation, it's way less likely to be happening in this spot. So here where it goes a club past a spade, we're just going to sit tight and see where the opponents end up. And it looks like that's going to be 4 spades. And we're going to have an opening lead problem. So make your choice, folks, while I think about it here as well. What would you do? 1 club on your left, 1 spade on your right, 3 spades, 4 spades. So here's what I'm thinking before I'm going to lead. The auction is where we should start defending, essentially. So what I know is that the opponents have an 8-card spade fit or longer, right? So they found their fit here. They could have a longer than 8-card fit, but we know they have some sort of fit here. They haven't explored anything else. We also know that this hand is probably around 17 total points. And why I say that is this range here, and if we click on it with the robots, it'll tell us it should be about 16 to 18. So that's right smack dab in the center of that range, and that's where we're going to kind of assign them points-wise. And East probably has around 8 points, right? The fact that, and when I say points, I mean total points because they do have a fit, folks. So here, if we just give them around 25 or 26 points, that should make sense for us anyway. We can take a shortcut and say they're playing game. But recognize we're talking total points, folks, so our high card values might be off just a little bit. But here, the simple math, 26 plus 9 is 35. Partner has about 5 points. Not too much over there. And look at the situation. We're defending 4 of a major. What kind of lead does this usually require here on an auction like this? Right? It usually is a spot where we're going to be passive. And the reason we're going to be passive here, folks, is we certainly have a lot of good stuff that we could lead away from. Clubs, hearts. I mean, we certainly don't want to lead away from an ace very often, but it is possible to lead away from that. Terrible choice, by the way, historically. But we have a lot of good stuff to lead away from, should we? And the answer is, on this hand, it might not be as damaging because the strength is on this side, right? So with the strength being over here, making an aggressive lead is likely just finessing a position that already exists. But honestly, being very passive and letting the opponents crack open these suits is usually the better spot. And there's nothing more passive here than just the spade. And it's not just because it's trump. We have length in trump, so that's usually a safe spot anyway. But also, we're avoiding giving up tricks. And that's what, honestly, half of our opening leads are avoiding giving up tricks in either diamonds, clubs, or hearts by breaking the suit ourselves and leading away from our good stuff. So here, safely exiting our hand. And now we'll see dummy, and we'll get a little bit more of a scientific explanation of what happened here. So we see, before we go any further, the robots like to play very fast. And this is another tip for you when you're playing with the robots. Don't let them dictate your pace, right? Take as much time as you need. Notice I made an opening lead, and they got to trick 2 really fast, right? I don't need to rush, right? Let's first of all see what happened here, and I'm going to show you where that is when I put it on my screen. So when I just come up here and I click on the last trick, I get to see what happened, right? We led a trump, they won the ace, and now they're leading the king. So here I should know that dummy did in fact have exactly 16 high card points, right? And now my hand with 9 has the same number. In East, we still have around that 8 points average, but we know East could certainly have more, and partner could have much less than what we would expect as well. And here we just see them drawing trump. And we're going to follow suit. And now we know that they did have an 8-card trump fit as well, folks. They drew 2 rounds of trump, and everybody followed here. So here we're very confident we know that number of trumps. And now, of course, they're leading a diamond to our ace. And this looks like they might be setting up for trumping some diamonds in this hand. In fact, that should make a kind of a loud suggestion to you, right? Why did they lead this short diamond from dummy? Well, presumably they have the desire to trump, but it's weird that they would draw 2 rounds of trump and then do this. At this point, it doesn't hurt us to lead another trump. We'll just try to keep them from roughing more than one diamond, and here comes that ruff right here. Oh, no, they're just pitching and giving our partner the king. Interesting. We will like that from them. All right, it looks like they have some diamonds to take and pitch some cards from the dummy, I guess. Oh, and I guess not. They have a club back to their hand, and then some diamonds, I'm sure. And now we're going to get squeezed possibly here, but we're certainly not going to open up our position here. We're hoping partner's guarding clubs at this point. All right, we didn't pitch the king of hearts because pitching the king of hearts is just a recipe for disaster, and as it turns out, we can't make it. What a play by the robot. Could we do anything there? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, man. That was well done. There's really not a lot we can do on this one, unfortunately. The opening lead, it wasn't really going to make a huge difference what we did, as it turns out. Partner does have ace-10 fourth of hearts, which is pretty nice. But here, notice we can't know any of this is good for us at this point. So here, safely exiting your hand is usually your best course of action. And now we see they draw a couple rounds of trump, and now it looks like they're getting ready to set up some diamonds, or at least try to trump some diamonds. What we want to try to do is take their strategy and just make it more difficult for them to achieve success. So here, we don't know their diamonds are this good and they're going to be able to do this anyway. But watch what happens when we draw a trump here. They just let it go, and now they essentially just give a diamond away, and then they're hoping this suit is either breaking evenly or the king is falling, and then they'll have extra tricks. So watch what they do. They just go ahead and say, okay, take your diamond, go right ahead, and now I'll just rough diamonds out. I'll still have an entry to my hand with that king of clubs, and the rest will be history, right? So here, and recognize at the end, they're squeezing me out of my position. This is really sweet. I hate it when it's happening to you. Love it when when you're executing it, but watch what they're doing. They're just going to play diamonds. There you go. Rough that. Back to their hand, and now they're going to play two diamonds, and here are our choices. We don't have any good ones, folks. On the first diamond, and sorry, let me get this double dummy away from here. On the first diamond, right, we can pitch, okay, heart is very safe. Let's go ahead and pitch that. And then they pitch a club. Notice they get to pitch behind us at all times. So they get to see what we do before they make their choice. So here, when they lead this second diamond, I can make it very easy for them by just pitching away the king of hearts. And now they pitch a club, right? Because now it's known to them. They see that the queen is now good. It's the boss heart. Easy. So I have to hope. My hope is my partner has the jack of clubs, right? So here I have to unguard my club, knowing that they have to now pitch that heart, right? So now that threat is gone, but now my king of hearts is just worthless. So my hope is partner has that jack of clubs. Partner throws a club saying, yeah, I can't help you. And even if they didn't, it wouldn't matter. You can see Declare has all these tricks once this is gone. So that was a very good squeeze from the opponent that got me at the end there. So this is what happens when you play non-best hand tournaments. Sometimes the robots are going to own your soul, and that's what happened on the first one. Let's hope they did the same thing to the robot opponent at the other table there. I guess they would play it the same way, but I don't know. Maybe we're getting burned on this one. So hand number two, here's our non-best hand coming to us. Terrible choice of, well, not a terrible choice, very easy choice with this terrible hand. We have no bids, right? We do not preempt with hands like this, and this is why. Our partner has a 26 count over there, folks. They open 3-no trump. With this hand, let's wait till we see that hand, and we'll talk about the best auction to have here, but this is how the robot does this. But the reason I would never preempt with a hand like this, or even better than this, like give me 3 more points, I probably still wouldn't do it. I like finding bridge partners once in a while, right? I like being able to play with partners, and if I open hands like this, my partnership pool is going to go from very big to very small really fast, folks. So here, make sure you're disciplined. Do not let partner expect you to have a hand like this. They will not be your partner for that much longer. So here, you just pass 3-no trump. And ooh, count your winners, folks. How many you have? Okay, I see 10 winners. Sorry if that was too fast. If you need to press pause, you always can. But here, you should recognize you're always taking 6 diamond tricks. You're always taking 2 clubs for 8, the ace of hearts for 9, and the ace of spades for 10. This is going to be a fun hand, though, because we are going to really put the card screws to our opponents here, because we're going to have a lot of diamonds to take, and we're not going to have any question on what we're throwing away in our hands for the most part. So here, we take the ace of clubs, boom, and now we just start running diamonds. Now, I will tell you this. If we didn't have enough tricks to get to our game at this point, we very likely would not be playing diamonds. And it's a big difference. Here, we can count the fact that we have 10 tricks. So we're always taking 10. Running the diamonds makes sense here because we either are going to just take all 10 of those tricks or we're going to make them choose what to do and then attack one of these other suits later for extra tricks above the 10 that we have. If, let's say, we hadn't set up our winners yet, we would want to do that before we run our side suit usually. So here, because we're already at 10, we're just looking for our extras later. Oops, excuse me. So now here I go. I'm just going to run my diamonds. So you have to be very careful here at the end, folks. Your only entry to dummy is in diamonds, so be sure to overtake that 10 of diamonds with this jack. And now we are watching them. They threw away clubs. And sorry, that's the exact same trick. And here I'm just going to throw a spade. That's not going to be extra tricks for us. They threw a spade as well. Here comes a diamond. Now I'm going to pitch a club. And why am I doing this, folks? Well, I like that heart suit over there quite a bit, and I want to play it, right? And I'm going to play it very safely here. Oh, yeah. See what happens, folks? They've pitched away. They've pitched down. Now they're throwing this 10 of hearts away. The king of hearts came down. That 9 of hearts now is going to help me promote a trick. And it's not going to really matter what I do here. I have to take that trick in my hand anyway. And now we're sitting pretty, folks. We're going to play the ace of spades. And that 10 winners we started with is at least 11, but it looks like it's going to be 12, right? With that 7 of hearts setting up for a trick. And that's how we do it, folks. That's how, I wish this was match points. It's not, it's imps. So that extra trick is going to be maybe worth a little more. Ha! Look at this. This is our hand tomorrow, folks. So I'm doing a really good job of promoting tomorrow's game. Come back and see what I do with this monster. No, I'm kidding. But notice the non-best hand. Sometimes we're going to be dealt this garbage. So we went from 2 points to 1 point. And we thought we had nowhere to go but up, but we were wrong on the next hand. But this is just all about getting your winners in and then taking advantage of whatever happens on this hand. And notice as we continued to play these diamonds, every decision gets tougher for them, and really the only information they have to go on is the opening lead, right, and their partner's signals that are subsequent to this. So there's our one key play, overtaking and dummy, and then look at them just tossing away cards. They actually did pretty well, but now when they get rid of hearts, folks, we attack that suit. Didn't need to hop up with that king there, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Now we just have all the rest, right? So once your contract is secured, and that is the beauty of this deal, we had 10 rippers right off the bat, so our contract is already secured. We can pursue those extra tricks right afterwards just by running this nice diamond suit and taking advantage of a promotion play later. All right, folks, that's the first 2 in the books. Come back tomorrow and see what I do with this monstrous, difficult hand to bid. Maybe partner will open 3-no trump on this one as well, and that'll be good. And oh, and I forgot to mention, really quick, back to this. We never do it this way, at least in Real Bridge. We open 2 clubs with this hand, always the north hand, because we play 3-no trump is like a gambling 3-no trump. It usually shows a solid 7-card minor suit, and it's a way to just have another preemptive bid in your arsenal. There's another way to show this sort of hand as well, a little bit more advanced, but worth your time if you're at the expert level, and it's called KOKISH. It would allow us to show this north player's range with a 2-no trump level bid after a little bit of a relay structure. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave that link in the chat for you, but it's for those of you that are on the advanced to expert tack, okay? And I'll see you back here for tomorrow for this hand, and hopefully, I don't think we'll have anywhere to go but up after this hand. We'll probably have a better hand on hand number 4, but bridge is bridge, folks. We're still competing, and the other player is going to have to deal with the same hand. So I'll see you back here for tomorrow, folks. Take care.